click, and then it's going to bring out a model so that we'll be able to type in some new notes. Okay, so the model is going to have a form where you can type in a new note and then get listed, okay, for us now. So right now on our front end in our package.json, we already have this React model. So if you've not installed it, go ahead and then npm install React model, because that's what we're going to be using. Okay, so now I'm going to jump back to my ticket.jss, not tickets, but tickets singular, not plural. So right here, this is where we're going to be adding our model. So here we're just going to import that into here. So I'm going to import model from React model. Going to import it from React model. Now I have this custom styles that we're going to bring in here. If you check the React model and documentation, you could see them also. In my Word documents, you can also find it there. So I'm just going to grab it here, just copy it all from here, and then I'm going to paste it right there also. So I'm going to put it right before this function for the component itself. Okay, now we're going to do modal.setAppElements. I'm going to put it in roots, because it's going to look into our index.html, into our roots div there. There's a roots div in our index.html, and that's where it's going to mount it into. Okay, so our modal is going to be mounted there. Okay, obviously that's where our entire application is going to be loaded into. It's going to be injected into our root. Okay, that's why React application is most time called a sparse single page application, because everything, all the components that you have there, they are going to be injected into this root div. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close this guy here. So now we have this now. So you're gonna specify it there like that. And so as far as state is concerned, we're gonna have some local states. So I'm gonna bring in our use states. Okay, and then down here we'll have our functions. So I'm going to declare some states. I'm going to say const modal is open, set modal is open. So it's going to be equal to use states. Modal is open. Modal is open. I'm going to initialize it to become false. Then next, I'm going to have a note text now. So note text, set note text. I'm going to set that to become an empty string. Okay. Now we're going to have a button there. We only want it to show up if it's not closed now. So we're going to add a button, but then we're going to ensure that it's showing up if it's not closed. If that's ticket, I mean, if the ticket is not closed. Okay, so if the ticket is closed, there's no point showing the add notes button. Okay, so we're going to do this. So we're going to say if ticket, sorry, ticket.status is not equal to closed. If it's not equal to closed, then go ahead and I'm gonna do button.btn. Okay, button with the class name of btn. Here I'm gonna say add notes. Okay, but I would like to have a kind of an icon alongside with it. It's loading. So I'm gonna bring in a button. Go up here. So let's import the button from imports from React icons, from React icons /fa. This is gonna be fa plus Okay, so I'm going to bring in FA plus and I'm going to render it. I'm going to render it here where I have the button here. So FA plus. Now this button, we're going to have an on-click event on click, which is going to call open model. So we're going to create this function, else you're going to have error. So come up here, um, here. So I'm going to const open model is going to be equal to this. So this is going to set model is open to true. So I'm going to copy this out and then do the one that I'll use in closing the model. So I'm going to call this close model. So let me just comment this out. Open slash close model. So this time close model, we're going to set this to become false. Okay, so we'll preview it now. We're going to see the button right there. Oh, that's not supposed to be the icon. Something is wrong. So let's see the icon we are rendering there. Oh, we say FA plug. No, it's supposed to be FA plus, not plug. So I'm going to correct the import also. FA plus. Okay. So now we should see that. Hold on a bit. Okay, so now we have it now. So if we click on this now, nothing's going to happen yet now because we still have to do a couple of things here. So next we're going to create the actual model. I'm going to put it right under the button we just created. Now where's the button? Okay, there's a button. So I'm just going to put it right here. So I'm going to bring in model which we imported. Okay, so this is going to have a bunch of options. Now if you check the documentation, you're going to see some options that go into it now. So I'm going to say it's open. This is one of the props that it takes now. So I'm going to set this now to a function that opens it now. So I'm just going to say modal is open. Okay, so because by default modal is open is set to false, so the modal is going to be closed by default now. So we're going to have another settings that is going to trigger it open. Okay, so this is the actual modal and this is the button that's going to trigger this modal to either open or close. Why? Those are the states that is going to determine the state of this modal. So we're going to have a bunch of options, so I'm just going to bring this down now. So this is modal is open, so come down again. So I'm going to have on request, excuse me, on request close. So I'm going to set this to, sorry, I'm going to set this to close model. Close model. Okay, so this is going to open it, this is going to close it. Okay, as long as the state of this one becomes true. Okay, so that's it. Now if we go over to our browser, we're going to see the model. If we click here now, you'll see the model. You'll see, but it's looking so annoying. So click outside now. We're going to add some styles to it now. So right here, I'm going to set styles and set it to that's custom styles we brought in. So when we check now, it's a little bit more customized now. Okay, unlike that big one that's covered everywhere. Okay, so what's just that it's the model is open now, it's working, but then it's quite empty. So we're still gonna put in some few things into that place, and then can just add a content label to it now. Content label, it might not seems like doing anything, but you need to add it now. content label, we just call it add notes. Okay, so that's just it now about the settings for the model. So this OT now is the open tag for the model, and then this is the close tag. So in between the open and the close tag, so you want to define the content of the model. So right here, I'm just going to have a H2 that says add notes, and then underneath I'm going to have a button with a class of btn close. I'm just going to add an X there to close the model. Okay, and so open here now, you see we have note, add notes, and then with an X now. Okay, so we need to add something that's a kind of event, so that when we click on this now, it's going to call the function to close model for us. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I'll go over here again, and so right here now I'm going to have an on click. It's going to call close model. So this is going to call the close model which we created here. So that should be able to do the trick for us, closing the model. Okay, so next we're going to add a form for the model. So underneath where is the button? Okay, underneath this button now we're going to have a form, okay, which is going to have an on submit, which is going to call an on note submit. Now we're going to create this function anyway, so come down now, let's just create it down, and we're going to add fletch to it now. Const on submit is going to take an event now, because we're dealing with a form now, so we want to do that e dots prevent defaults something. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to do e dots prevent defaults. Okay, so I'll come down now, and now right here, so inside of this place now we're going to have a form group now, dots form group, and inside now we're going to have a text area. Okay, I'm going to have a text area. Now when working with text area, it's a good practice. I don't do this. Hold on. I don't do this. Opening it up like this now, since we're not going to be typing anything inside in our text area, so I don't always want to give space here. So I always want the open and the close tag of the text area to stick together. I've had issues sometimes some other programming language. I think when working with PHP sometimes. Okay, so you have to do some tweaks now to discover what the issue is, though it might not matter. Okay, but it's just a lesson I've learned. Okay, so just stick to it now. So if you need to bring this down now, just bring it from here. Okay, so that's, you always find me working this way like this. Okay, so the reason is when I bring things like that, I kind of create a kind of empty space, a kind of default empty space in the text area without whether you started typing or not now. So I always want to make sure that it's closed like this now. So all right, so the name, I want to give it notes text, and then the ID same notes text. I'm gonna get rid of this column and row, okay, which define the height of that stuff. I'm gonna add just a class name that's gonna be form control, which give me a nice form look for the text area. So when you visit it now, you click here now, you see your text area. Okay, so this is cool. Okay, all right, so go back here now. I'm gonna add a placeholder. Let's just take these guys down. Placeholder is going to be notes text. There's a space there, take notes. And then the value, I said that because of the value I want to add now. The value is going to be note text, no space, because this is the state. Okay, I'm tying this text area to our note text state here. Okay, so don't mistake the placeholder for the value. There are two different things. Okay, it's a common mistake. Now we're gonna have on change is going to be equal to we're gonna have a function there. We're gonna have a function that takes e and it's going to return set note text. Okay, and it's just going to call set note text and then set it to whatever is in e dot target, whatever is typed in the e dot target dot value. So now we need a button, okay, that you're going to hit to submit the form. So we just need another form group here. So here we're just going to have a button, okay, with the class of btn. So we're just going to say submit, and then we're going to add a type. It's going to be submit. It's a submit button. Okay. I think that's it now. So when we hit the submit button, this on note submit is going to be triggered, and this is it. So let's submit notes. Okay, so this one now we are going to dispatch a function, okay, that's actually going to create a note or submit a note now. But for now, we're just going to do console log and say notes submitted. Okay, and I think we also want to close the modal, so we're going to call this close modal as well. I think we'll also need to clear the form as well. If not, even after closing the modal, the next time you visit it, let's just see what's going to happen here. So we have this now, you see. Let's inspect. Console. Let's clear all of these shits. Okay, so once I have here issue not resolved. Okay, if I submit this now, say not submitted, or it was not closed. So let's see what's happening there. Not submitted. It's supposed to call this guy. Let's just find out what's wrong. We'll go back again. When I come here again, let's say issues still on. So when I click on this guy, you see note submitted. The modal closed now, though it's not added here because I've not done all of those functionality. So if I come back here now, you see issue still on is still there, though it was submitted and the modal closed, but this guy is still here. So we're going to clear that form. So I'm going to set note text again to an empty string, back to an empty string. Okay, so it's going to do all of this thing and then close the modal, whether before and after, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay. Okay, so when I come here, submit, the next time I visit it's off now. Okay, notes is working now. So okay, so okay, so it's all working now. In the next video, we're gonna have a function that we're gonna dispatch. Okay, that's gonna do the actual submit. All right, thank you very much. See you in the next class. Bye.